So now we're going to talk about season 3. So again, we're back to the Shop Factory format. Got the cool case thing going on. Bonus features. Autobots and Decepticons and the fans. Look at the loyal fans of the Transformers. From the files of Teletran 2. Rare PSA. Toy commercials, art gallery. In case you didn't notice, I'm not as thrilled about this one as I was the others. Again, you get the Hot Rod on the front, Galvatron on the back. 2 cases. Let's see, disc 1 and 2 here. We got 2 disc set. And here we got another 2 disc set. Awesome picture of Cyclonus here though. Really like this picture. The Ultra Magnus isn't bad, but the Cyclonus, and Galvatron, I mean, he's one of my favorites too. I mean, like I said in the movie review, that's what I grew up on, so Galvatron for me was always the better leader than Megatron, and Rodimus Prime was always better than Optimus. That's me. Anyway, tons and tons and tons of animation glitches, along with audio glitches and just every possible glitch you can imagine. Yeah. I can't really go forward in this review without going into spoilers. And I'm sorry, it can't happen. So all in all, I'll give it a rating real quick. 3 out of 10. Just 3 out of 10. Best I can do. Sorry. This is my least favorite of G1. And of the Transformers shows I own, this is my least favorite of any of it. This was something else entirely bad. So from this point on, spoilers. You've been warned. Okay. Problem number 1. Hot Rod goes from like this, kind of punk kid that's learning to become a leader, and instantly becomes a fucking emo bitch. I mean, what the fuck was that? I mean, this was my hero. And now no. He just threw Galvatron through a fucking leg of a giant Transformer, and then he blew the Transformer up. And almost every episode he's in, he's bitching and moaning. And it's just, wow. The fuck? Cup becomes this cranky old bot, and yeah, he was kind of cranky in the movie, but at least in the movie he was fun, and he had, you could tell he had experience. And now he's just cranky, just shit piece. Watch Rude Awakening of Optimus Prime. That's that's hilarious, and that's where I got the shit piece from. Okay, Wheelie gets more screen time, and so does Blur. Okay, Blur's okay in the movie. He was awesome in the movie because they got the guy that does the micro machines, so he's actually talking really fast, and that's really awesome. In this, I don't know if they recast the voice. They probably did, but all you get is him repeating really fast, and that's not talking fast, it's just repeating the same fucking thing over and over again. And Wheelie's just annoying as shit, and they seem to like to put the two together, and it just really pisses me off. And oh, okay. And Grimlock and the Dinobots. Season 1, Season 2, Season 2 Part 2, and the movie. Grimlock and the Dinobots, they worked together. They were powerhouses. They were badass, a little dumb, but they got the job done. That's what they were. Season 3. Barely see the other Dinobots, and Grimlock is reduced to waiting tables. I shit you not. There's a scene where he's got an apron, a plate, and glasses. He barely transforms, if at all. And now I think he did transform once or twice in the entire 3rd season. What the fuck? This guy could go toe-to-toe with Optimus Prime and Megatron. And he's just bumbling idiot. Like, literally. I'm not going to go through all the episodes here, but there's a scene where... so which one was that? Call of the Primitives, where he goes there and accidentally saves the day. Because he's such a bumbling idiot, he smashes everything. Grimlock's new brain, again, such a bumbling idiot until he gets his new brain, and then he's back to being an idiot after he gives it to Computron. Just stupid. Ultra Magnus, yeah, he's the cool, collective guy. And that was okay. A lot of the sweeps were whiny little bitches. Springer was good. You know, much more of the warrior type. He kind of takes the place of Ironhide. And he's actually more closer to the movie Ironhide than G1 Ironhide was, in my opinion. Galvatron's just completely batshit crazy. That's just fun to watch. But it's not as intimidating as he was in the movie, where the first thing he does is disintegrate Decepticon, one of the Decepticon hierarchy, Starscream, just turns him to fucking dust. And the rest of the show, he's smashing stuff. Because he's so out of his mind crazy. And like I said, it's kind of fun to see Galvatron going batshit crazy, but I kind of like the cool, calculating intelligence, kind of like Megatron had, only with more ruthlessness and more power. That's the Galvatron I liked. Again, I was raised on the movie, so seeing these things so many years after the movie, we get introduced to the Quintessons more. We finally, find out what the deal is with them, that they built the Autobots and Decepticons, blah, 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 blah. Great story arc, but they put it into a 5-part episode, and it really just drew it out to the point of just blah. I mean, fuck. We get to see Predaking for the first time. Pops in, gets his ass kicked by Skylynx, and he's gone. Yeah. Skylynx, I did not like Skylynx. I know a lot of people did, but I did not like Skylynx. If somebody makes a toy of it, I'll have to buy it because he's part of the G1 show. So I'm trying to collect everybody in the show. Predaking, again, yeah, he shows up every now and then and just gets his ass kicked every now and then. He actually does do some good work in the one where he's in a dream. But all in all, just bad season. Just a bad season. Optimus Prime returns as a zombie, and Hot Rod beats him, but he instantly gives up his Matrix because he's like, "Oh, I'm done. I was just holding it." It's like, come on, that's not the cool, collected hero that I thought you were. He just became such a bitch. I just can't get over it. The one really awesome episode that stands out in season 3 was the one where Only Human that one was the only one that really stands out, and that's because Hot Rod, Springer, Ultra Magnus, and RC get transferred into human bodies. And the whole person behind it was, this dumbass criminal, but he had somebody working for him, which turned out to be Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe, and that was awesome. I absolutely love that. And that's sad if that's the best part of season 3. And then in the end, we get the return of Optimus Prime. Thrilling. Didn't see that coming at all. Especially at the end of the movies when it says, and Optimus Prime will return. But overall, it's a jumbled mess. They add characters in without warning. Predaking had no backstory. He just shows up and he's working for Quintessons. Abominus shows up working for the Decepticons, and the next time he shows up, he's working for Quintessons. Half the time Quintessons are working with Decepticons, half the times they're fighting each other, and it's just such a clusterfuck that it's ridiculous. Very badly written. It feels like they really rushed the production because there are tons of errors all over the place. You see dead characters all over the place. Some of them even talk. Bombshell shows up in one of them, and he's actually talking to Galvatron for a second. And it's like, what? They introduce characters like Octane, and he's just annoying. Sandstorm, fuck him. Jesus, these things are just bad. Web World was a good one. That was the one where Galvatron got... Cyclonus was told by the rest of the Decepticons, like, hey, he's insane. If you don't resolve this problem, we will. So Cyclonus takes him in to get mental help, and he ends up leveling the planet. That's awesome. I really enjoyed that. But after that, Starscream's Ghost, Thief in the Night, Also, a lot of these things were just jumbled back and forth. Some episodes go here, some go here, and you'd think that the Shout Factory would put them in order like they're supposed to. They're like Starscream's Ghost. That's the one where Starscream comes down. He inhabits one of the, I think Scourge actually, and he teams up with Octane, who is being hunted by the Decepticons. And you don't find out why until the following episode, where it's Thief in the Night, where Trypticon was stealing all these things because Octane put him up to it. And then at the end, Galvatron declares him as traitor and he goes after him. They put it in the wrong episode in broadcast, and then they put it in the wrong order in the movies. Okay. Just if you're a completist by this, if you're not, just skip it. It's that bad. I don't know if I can recommend this. Now, that being said, Rebirth Part 1s through 3. That is essentially season 4, with just the 3 episodes. That's Headmasters and Target Masters. My issue with those 3 is the fact that you get all these new characters so quickly, and you don't know where they came from. Like the Decepticon clones, Punch, Counterpunch, all of that. They just... We're here. And all the Headmasters, and then all the Horror Cons, and all these guys that just show up. And that was my problem with this. Other than that, it's actually a lot of fun to watch these 3 episodes, because you actually see the Plasma Energy Chamber, which is awesome. I think it showed up earlier in the show. I think. I can't remember, but you know, you see that which comes into Beast Machines. You get yeah, you see the birth of the Headmasters. You know, they were Transformers before that, and then they decided that it would be a good idea to get the Headmasters because of the situation that's happening, and it's fun. You see the Autobots get Headmasters, and they trounce the Decepticons, and the Decepticons like, what the fuck? So they get Headmasters too, and then while they're out, they're like, let's make Target Masters, and they make the Target Masters, and they go trounce the Autobots, and the Autobots like, well, fuck, let's make these things, and then you get the main Zarek, I think his name is, the main bad guy from that planet, and he builds Scorponok and trounces everybody, and then Cerebros and Spike becomes Cerebros headmaster, and then Cerebros, I think it's Cerebros, correct me if I'm wrong, and then he becomes Fortress Maximus, and it's like, that's cool, double headmaster, which I do have the Perfect Effect Fortress Maximus guy coming in soon, so we'll take a look at him. I don't have a Fortress Maximus, but depending on how cool this guy is, I might end up getting a Fortress Maximus just for that. But all in all, Season 4 is actually the best part of Season 3. And that's really odd to say because it's Season 4, not Season 3, but it's in the same set. Anyway, I feel like watching it, like I love the first series, few seasons, and I love the movie, and then watching Season 3, I just feel like they're raping my childhood, and I can't get over it. I mean, it's so bad, and it's so unfortunate because it had so much potential. And I think this is why the show died in America, is because this season just was that bad. But anyway, so that's my review of the G1 animated series. Next thing we're going to look at is going to be the repro labels for Rodimus Prime. I've been putting that off way too long. So I'll actually do a video review of me putting them on. Then I'll post this video before I even get to them. But the question of the day is a vote, if you guys are still with me. Which one do you want to see first? Motormaster, Galvatron. Let me know. But yeah, we'll do Hot Rod next. So I guess that's all. You guys have fun. Hopefully I'll get a couple boxes Transformers here soon so we can get back to that. And I'll be doing Beast Wars later too. And then the live action movies. Beast Wars, Beast Machines, live action movies, Transformers Prime. Hopefully I'll have all those out by the time Transformers 4 comes out, so I can do a review on it right afterwards. So, sorry I'm not a very good movie reviewer. I have to go into these tangents of personal opinions and stuff, but everything I do is personal opinion of myself, so deal with it. Alright, yeah, that's it.